Two dudes reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Quincy.
And your other host, Justin.
So this week I did another K-Cup.
K-Cups just seem to be on your bad side.
This smells really weird.
It does not smell good.
It's
And I don't-
from Donut Shop, which is the one I like.
Now, I like the smell of coffee. I would get a coffee-scented candle, but that does not smell good.
God, it made my stomach turn just smelling it just now.
All right.
It's the mocha one from Donut Shop.
Now,
I don't
hold on.
like mocha.
Now, hold on. There are things that smell bad, durian, that taste really good.
Never had durian.
No?
I don't think so.
Okay, durian's really super sweet. I like durian.
Here we go.
Here we go. Delicious.
It tastes better than it smells.
Okay, but is it so bad?
It's not a great flavor, but that may be me not liking mocha. I'm not a big fan of mocha.
You're not a big fan of mocha.
It's kind of thick.
Thick with two C's?
No, one C.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Hmm.
Okay, so
How
Donut
did-
Shop mocha, not exactly.
That's interesting that it comes out thick through a K-Cup,
Mhm.
considering all that filtering.
And I didn't add cream or sugar. It's
Mm-mm.
sweet enough on its own.
Yeah. Nothing.
Lauren's gonna have to finish that box.
Okay.
If she even wants to. I don't know if she will want to. What do you got? You got something new.
Okay, so I
Let me
was
bring it in screen for you.
Yeah, go ahead and bring it in screen. So it's a Tea Riot. It's cherry watermelon, and it's like a sparkling beverage that's 100% plant-based. I like the initial taste, but then as it lingered, I was just like, mm.
I already get a little weirded out when things are sparkly. I don't
It's not that bad.
I'm
It's
not
honestly-
a sparkling drink, water person.
Okay, maybe it is that bad.
So your cup just reminded me of something I don't have on my list, so I'm trying to find it real quick.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna mess with these again, but for something to try for what was $3 for the can,
Mhm.
a little bit pricey for that. But it's 160 grams of caffeine, no extra sugars, L-theanine in it. It's got all your B12s as a regular energy drink would, low calorie. I don't see no problem with this energy drink. It's just for cheaper, I can get more. Oh, thanks. Thanks, threat detection, even though you didn't find anything. Whatever. So sorry that comes up on mic. But will I ever have them again? Probably not.
Yeah, I mean $3.
Mm.
But your mug reminded me. So some sad news. Joe Ruby, co-creator of Scooby-Doo, died today.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not good.
No. Natural causes though. So
Ah.
nothing intense. I do believe he was 87.
Okay,
So
that's a long life.
yeah, that's pretty long. Let's go ahead and hit last week's movies. The other one first.
Ellen Fish.
Yep.
Here we go.
So you finally saw Night of the Living Dead, 1968, the original.
The original. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Mhm.
It was campy and corny, but not over the top. It was meant to be that because not a lot of people really thought about zombies.
Well, I mean,
And-
technically, this was the creation of the modern zombie.
Yeah.
This is why zombies are what they are.
Yeah. And a little bit of the here's and there's of, how the actors were.
Mhm.
And, everybody played their part. The hysterical woman who didn't want to listen, the man who had to save the whole entire thing, and then that little twist ending toward the very end of, man, we're just doing our job.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you don't see those too much in today's time.
Yeah.
I liked it. As far as zombie movies go, it did really well as it being the first one.
Mhm.
Uh,
So this has been remade a bunch of times without actual licensing or anything like that.
Mhm.
But there is one remake that is the remake. It's the actual correct remake. Still called Night of the Living Dead. Directed by Tom Savini and rewritten by George A. Romero. He repenned the script. He worked out some of the kinks and stuff like that.
Okay.
Tony Todd plays Ben. I don't remember who plays Barbara, but Barbara is a stronger role in that. You know, she fights back, and you know,
She's not the I'm gonna sit on the couch for.
she's not in shock throughout the entire movie.
Yeah.
So this one, box office about 30 million. They originally had 600,000 to spend on it. I know that they did get some financial backing here and there after that, but they definitely made money off of this.
Oh yeah, they did.
So what are you gonna put out as ratings? We're at 97 Rotten Tomatoes, 89 Metacritic, which fucking Metacritic, 7 out of 9 on IMDb. Even they're kind of being bitchy, and 89% on Google users.
I would probably be about 85.
85?
It's good. I would watch it again, but as far as zombie movie goes, I can think of a couple others I'd rather push forward.
So what is it that's missing from this? And I swear to God, if you say fast zombies.
No.
Okay, so what is it that this is missing versus other zombie movies? Body count?
Body count, like, as far as, like, actual physical bodies, because you only see, like, 20 people total, maybe, before, like, all the trucks start moving in.
Yeah.
And then you see a whole lot more, but before that, it's like, I guess, yeah, it would just be overall person count.
Okay, so you want it to feel more like it's a full-on apocalypse, not just a farm.
Yeah.
The reviews were down there.
Really?
Yeah, right.
Oh, there it is. User reviews.
So, almost 650.
Classic horror, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 10
I wonder if you can sort them out of bad.
Helpfulness. Review rating. Can I do... there we go. And I just click that.
There we go.
Avoid at all costs.
This is in 2002.
Whoa. All right. I checked this film out at a local library a while back. I had seen the original and thought it was excellent.
This is the original.
Quincey,
Okay.
where am I?
Okay.
What the hell were they thinking when they made this? The new scenes are horrid and unavoidable.
Oh, he watched the 30th anniversary version, I think.
I've seen better acting in middle school plays than in this film. Basically, they wanted to add scenes that some of the characters talked about, but... Oh.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, the 30th anniversary does suck. So the 30th anniversary is available on our Criterion, the box that I have. We did not watch that.
No.
So the 30th anniversary, they filmed all these extra scenes. It was the producer that Romero didn't agree with, and so they went their separate ways for the sequel.
He made his own.
No, he, for the 30th anniversary, came in and made extra scenes. And one of the things he did is the first zombie, the graveyard zombie, comes back and films like them opening up his casket and or his like kind of a casket, it's a pine box, opening up his box and him, first rising and attacking graveyard workers. The problem is it's been 30 years. The actor's clearly aged and stuff like that. And so no, that's what that guy's talking about. Okay, I get what he's talking about.
Okay.
Adding the scenes.
I recently watched this movie for the first time, and the new. Oh no!
So it looks like all the bad reviews are coming from people watching the 30th thing.
Yeah, this is a hack-emulated update. Oh no!
Because they don't get separate IMDb's. 2 versions on DVD. What were they thinking? Yeah.
The auto track is maybe half a second before. Well, I don't know. I think this one's just because you got a bootleg.
Yeah, bootleg or a bag DVD player.
This film is an abomination.
If I was Romero, I would have every copy destroyed. Yeah, so yeah, these are all trash and yeah.
Oh, no, that's okay. So let's say out of these 6 here, 5 of them are about the new enhanced version.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take those out. That immediately bumps it up to a 8.0.
Yeah, it's probably gonna hit the 8s. Yeah, for me, it's in the 90s. It does certain things right, like the scene that was just showing there with the reveal at the door. The reveal at the top of the stairs is good.
Oh, that was great.
But there's some bad acting in this. Not like horrible acting.
Corny.
But then the actor playing Ben, Dwayne.
I can pull it up real quick. I was just gonna go back.
I was gonna say scroll down because you're already on.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Dwayne Jones.
Okay. He is fucking phenomenal.
Oh yeah,
he's absolutely amazing.
First scene, he just comes off as the brother that's like, okay, we said our piece. They took the flowers every time we buy the flowers. It's expensive. I bet. How many times have we bought the same one? You know?
You're thinking a different character. I'm talking Ben, the black guy.
Oh,
You're talking the brother.
Brother.
Yeah, you're talking Russell.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking Ben, which I think is Jones.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
But no, I feel he's freaking amazing. The brother does well too.
Yeah.
But there are parts where the acting's a little. And a lot of people didn't have a career after this. Like they did a couple B-list things like that, reprising roles in other zombie movies, stuff like that.
Mhm.
But all in all, it did what it needed to do. So yeah, for me, it's in the 90s. I think the only thing that keeps it from being higher is probably the constraints they had from a budget, which I shouldn't blame them for. What they had, they did well with. So, do you want to move on to Dawn? More zombies than we realized.
Yeah, more. Well, zombie and
policy
also
member. Yeah.
Because you said it, they didn't have much of a budget, and all they promised was a lunch, a shirt, and
yeah. It was a donut, a T-shirt, and something else, but that was actually for Dawn of the Dead.
Oh,
The zombies.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Dawn of the Dead, Romero even plays two characters in, to add more bodies.
Two?
He's one of the guys in the booth at the beginning for the news station. He's sitting at one of the control panel, like soundboards or something like that.
Oh, there was a lot of people there, so
Yeah,
I could
He's
have
one of
gotten
those,
lost. Okay.
and then he's one of the bikers later on.
Yes, that one I knew. And then Savini was one as well.
Yeah, Savini is like the lead biker while also being the lead everything for this movie. Him and his protege, apprentice, partner, whatever you want to call him.
They did good.
They
work.
did the stunts for this movie themselves. They did the makeup. They did all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, you get the ones that you could tell didn't want to be a part of it. Just when the car was driving through, they were just like, "Oh, yeah, that's a car."
Then
and
you
then you
got
the one
that
that
slamming his face into a window. Not Romero, Savini slamming his face into a window.
Yeah.
So there's another movie that that Savini did that's he's done a lot of low budget movies, but there's another one that's kind of low budget where they have the scene where they have to shoot someone in the face with a shotgun, close range. The character they're shooting is actually played by Savini, and then Savini plays the killer shooting just for that scene because he's doing the prop work, the gun work, and whatnot, and also because it was a real shotgun they were using. So Savini's in the car, and then they cut to a fake Savini head, which looks really real. And he says it's literally filled with just anything and everything from the crafts table. There's shrimp paste in there. There's all kinds of stuff in this head, this fake head, just so that when they shoot it, and he actually does shoot it with the shotgun. And so they shoot it, they immediately pack everything up, and they leave because they don't have the permits for shooting the gun, and they're in New York filming. It's the movie
So they
Maniac.
literally just bang, go.
Pretty much.
We got it. We got the film. Hey Cross.
Hey buddy. Thanks.
How you doing, buddy? We're doing pretty good. We're doing right.
Yeah.
We're
it
talking
cooled down a bit today.
Huh?
It cooled down a bit today.
It cooled down a bit.
The office is nice. We're not hot in the office.
Yeah. Everything's feeling good.
Yeah.
But as far as Dawn of the Dead, I found this one a lot better. I was in for it.
Bigger budget, 10 years later. Now the problem is we have the Italian version of this movie because there's a bunch of legal issues with getting an American DVD. So we have the Italian. It's legal to have the
It's
Italian.
legal, but
we have the Italian version, which means the soundtrack is all Dario Argento's Goblin. How was the music in this movie?
as far as Goblin, from what you told me, the original's better. But as far as it can be thrown, it didn't ruin the film.
Okay, but how about the blatant A-Team ripoff at the end?
That one I will tax it. That was bad. That was terrible.
So if anyone hasn't seen the Italian version of this, at least try to find the soundtrack. Yeah. I don't want to drink that, actually.
Yeah, just drink your water.
Grab my water. Argento did the music for the Italian version, and that's really the only difference.
Yeah,
in the movie was the music.
It didn't. As I said, it didn't take there was a few scenes where I was just like, "This is weird. It doesn't suit this at all." But I enjoyed the movie completely. Mm-hmm. It went into a, they figured out how to hold themselves up. They held themselves up. Okay, I'm starting to get a little stir crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turns into, we're all getting a little stir crazy. How do we fix this? Oh, we really can't.
This one, unlike the other one, there's a character death. I mean, there's a character death in the first one.
Yeah.
But that hits hard, but not until the very end. This one has a character death about a midpoint that makes you feel.
Oh yeah.
Both movies show the zombies have a level of intelligence. This one even more so.
Oh yeah, this one, it was like the reason why they're going back to the mall is because it's something they remember.
Mhm.
It's something they're like something that resembled when they were alive.
Yeah.
So it's a recent memory of let's head back to what we recall, and then you have them using and utilizing tools, and then they even threw in a little bit of humor with the M16 zombie holding the M16, just
Yeah.
and then later on when he catches the hunting rifle, looks at them both, gives them the M16 and keeps the hunting rifle, and then still goes after him.
Yeah.
The light humor always gets me.
Yeah,
I do enjoy that kind of thing.
He said that he wanted to film this one more like a comic book. That was Romero's thing with this one.
I can see that. I can see that a little bit more.
And so Savini hated the fake blood they bought. They bought some fake blood and they were using it. It showed up very fluorescent on screen. And Savini hated it. And Romero loved it because he's like, oh, it's like the comic book idea that I have. So it worked for him. Savini's like, looks fake.
Yeah, Savini is very much I want it to be as gory, but as plausible.
Well, do you know what Savini did before his special effects career really got to take off? He was in the Vietnam War.
Oh.
As a photographer.
Oh.
So he had to take photos of all the bodies and the war scenes and stuff like that. And he says there's a lot of that in the work he does.
I mean, technically, yeah.
And in fact, the Vietnam War is the reason why Savini did not do the special effects for Night of the Living Dead.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's why he did it for Dawn.
Letting that sit to get flat actually made it better.
So it is the sparkle.
Yeah.
The sparkle's the issue.
The sparkle was the issue.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Because now that I don't have those like aftermath belches from the bubbles, I don't have like that bad aftertaste. It's not so bad.
Eventually we'll watch the other two in the first Romero franchise.
I feel bad that I love zombies. I love them a lot. I stuck toward Resident Evil, which is on my list, by the way. But like, video games, I stick toward that. And then when it comes down to the movies, I've only seen maybe 8.
So you've seen the 28 days, 28 weeks.
28 days, 28 weeks, and the straight to DVD 28 months.
Which I have not seen that.
Don't even worry about it. We are never going to see that one. It's got like 12 minutes of a dude just.
Oh, so it's what the fucking Willow Creek? It's a Bigfoot movie where it's like 3 hours of people sitting in a tent crying.
Pretty much, and like there was a couple really good scenes in it, but I'm like, I would rather not. Yeah. I would rather not dig through that again.
Okay.
Like if you're gonna watch it on your own time. Don't pull me back into it.
Oh, I thought you wanted to do bad movie nights.
No, bad movie nights are fine if they have a purpose to be bad. This was made. It was made without any construct. The writers were just like, hey, let's have him sit in a hospital bed crying because he's handcuffed to it. He can't leave. They're right at the door. And then for like 10, 12 minutes, just have him sitting in that bed crying.
Yeah.
That was it. That was... And then when they break in, they cut away. They don't give us anything. There was no payoff.
Wow. So... Yeah, you've seen those ones. What are the ones? Some of the Resident Evils.
First 2 of the Resident Evils. I heard 3 was bad, so I never saw 3 or any of the ones preceding. Shaun of the Dead, which is one of my favorites. Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead. Those ones can be thrown up there. There was one more that we've seen previous, and it's not clicking with my mind right now.
I don't remember us doing a previous zombie movie.
Have you seen the HBO Max movie Rubber? No.
It's about a killer tire. With a love interest. It's got telekinetic powers.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fun.
Okay. It seems like it's a symbiote, but with a tire.
I think it's foreign. I think it's a French film.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. But I could be wrong. But yeah, it's about a tire that kills people.
Okay.
Well, it kills things. It kills a bird, too.
Okay.
So yeah, I've seen I think the first 5 Resident Evil movies. I know for a fact I did not see the last one.
I wanted to see the one where it took place in a sandstormed Vegas. Just because it was like, how would this place be with a whole bunch of sand?
So literally the sand goes so high that they're standing at like the first cross beam of the Paris
Okay.
of our version of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
But the rest of the casinos aren't surrounding it. They really just didn't want to pay for Vegas, basically.
I guess. So it's a CG set. Or a hard outside set.
Yeah, it's a hard outside set.
Okay.
So, 3 didn't suck. 3 got away from too much of what made 2 good.
I heard it really focused more on Alice's story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, the movies all become about Alice.
The Red Queen. Baby.
But
So good.
I think the biggest problem with 3 is it was the one that I think took the least from the games. And because of that, it really suffered. And then that was the pattern from that point on. They had just completely gone with their own story. I mean, Wesker shows up and he's being all kinds of crazy, and the actor they got for him looked pretty good.
I liked him,
but
I liked Wesker in the second movie because he literally, genuinely, he adjusts the glasses and you can see the red outlines, and I'm like, that's Wesker.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really screw that up. But the way he acted, the way he portrayed himself, I'm like, wait, that's actually Wesker's character line. He's an inside guy who only wants to work out for himself, has acknowledgement of who's good, who's evil, but doesn't care about all that.
Yeah.
He has his own agenda.
The other problem with it is the zombie apocalypse has hit the entire world in those movies.
Yeah. At first it was Raccoon City, and then they were like, well, we have our contingency plan of,
which they do in 2, but then 3 you see, oh no, it's hit everywhere.
Yeah, it outbroke.
I think in 3 they show you that it's going on in Japan too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the very first scene,
yeah.
And then I that's all I can remember from it because of.
Yeah, the other movies. I mean, we'll watch them sometime. But so back to Dawn of the Dead and all that.
I give it a high. This one's a lot higher.
So we got 7.9 out of 10. Again, weird. 71 from Metacritic, 93 on Rotten Tomatoes, and 91 on Google. Yeah, this one I'm probably gonna put it in the 90s as well.
I'm throwing it up in the 90s.
Yeah,
this one's a good one.
The final one,
the final chapter. I heard it was okay. I heard that the ending was campy, corny, and it kind of pulled away.
What I love is that the studio that owns those movies announced while that one was getting ready to hit theaters that they wanted to reboot the franchise. I was like, fucking last movie hasn't even fully happened.
I mean, if what is said to be true, I have some news on this that I'll hit as soon as I'm done with this.
Okay.
This one is the only negative from the Variety, which is very rare to hear that there's a problem here. Dawn pummels the viewer with a series of ever more grisly events, decapitations, shootings, knifings, flesh tearings, that make Romero's special effects man, Tom Savini, the real star of the film. Would you say that to be true?
I mean, his special effects are great for this. I mean, just think about my favorite zombie, the helicopter zombie.
Oh,
that looked so good.
Romero's script is banal and not incoherent. Those who haven't seen Night of the Living Dead... So this guy's just angry because it's not what he knows. It's something different. It's out of his...
So he's bitching that it's a sequel and that if you didn't watch the first one, you're not going to have all the information. That's how sequels work, fuckhead.
And at the same time, I could consider this to be standalone.
Yeah, it runs just fine.
Yeah.
It takes place only 3 weeks after the first movie. And they have learned nothing new about what causes them, just that zombies are a thing.
And then you have the very first scene of everybody's panicking because they don't know how to still portray it. Because they're like, these places are being attacked. We don't know what it is. We still don't have any idea.
Yeah.
The CDC says it's a cough that's, causing people to bite other people. How strange. Why is it causing people to bite people?
In the first movie, we're like, it might be this satellite from Venus that brought back extra radiation.
Yeah, or it fell to Earth. Yeah, and killed a bunch of people, but the ones that killed are raising up from the dead. It was speculation back and forth. There was no contingency to it.
And in interviews, Romero himself said, I don't know what causes my zombies. They just happen. So... and Cross says, so he's talking about the Resident Evil still. He says, I don't even know how to describe it. Basically, New World Order. Talking about the final one. Cross, to give you an idea where I was at without spoiling anything for Justin, the last movie I watched ended with. You sure?
I'm probably never gonna. It'll probably be a part of the movie nights, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be surprised.
Okay, Resident Evil spoilers, people. Last one I saw was with the clones. So, when she first finds them, not whatever she does with them. I have no idea what she does with them.
There's clones?
Yeah.
That's not in any of the games?
Clones. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what this person's
We're
bitching
not
about with
at
Dawn
the
of the Dead.
beach.
But yeah, so the next two would in this when we get to them will be Day of the Dead and Land of the Dead.
Day and Land. Day Dead.
Yeah.
Day Dead.
Land of the Dead is the one that Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright are in because Romero loved Shaun of the Dead, so he put them in his next movie.
I love it.
Also, that one really shows how intelligent the zombies have gotten. I mean, so does Day of the Dead, but Day of the Dead shows through like teaching a zombie how intelligent it got and allowing it to do things.
Yeah.
But Land of the Dead really focuses on like the zombies, learning on their own, but also still having habits and whatnot.
Yeah.
Tonight's movies.
Alice is a clone. She raises an army of them, attacks the headquarters. What? Okay, I think I'm gonna stop before the last chapter then, when it comes to the Resident Evils, because that does not sound fun.
Yeah, no, that sounds terrible.
Okay, tonight's movies.
You are a fan of Metal Gear Solid, so I figured we would finally do one of the inspirations behind it. We're gonna do Escape from New York and Escape from LA.
All right, cool.
We're back to Carpenter and
Kurt
Russell. I know we did a lot of that for a little bit there, and we're back. But these ones, they're kind of special because of your love of Metal Gear.
I do like Metal Gear. I love Metal Gear.
Now, understand these are supposed to be campy horror, not horror, action movies.
Yeah, I know.
That's the goal with these.
You got a guy who's like, I have an eye patch on, so that immediately makes me 10 times cooler. And he's one of those that's going to take that eye patch, change it to the other one just so he can use a sniper. Yeah, I get it. I'm all for it. I'm all for both of these. I heard both of them are very good movies. Never saw them.
I think you'll find the ending of 2 very interesting.
Also, thank you for calling me out on Twitter the other day.
Or what?
Oh, yeah, I'll have to show this to my buddy who hasn't seen any of the movies.
I didn't name you!
You didn't name me, but I knew who you meant.
Robert Rodriguez was celebrating the anniversary of, which one was it? Desperado.
Yeah.
And so I mentioned the fact that I have a...
Once Upon a Time in Mexico?
I think it was just Desperado had that anniversary.
Okay.
But I mentioned that I've got a buddy that needs to see El Mariachi, Desperado, and Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I was referring to you. I did not call you out.
Nope. But anyone who has that idea would know.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't followed us already, do follow us on Twitter through the UglyMugsPodcast.
Yeah. Plenty of
fun. There I am, right there. There you are, right there. I'm so glad. They connect us.
This account follows us already.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that's kind of cool that it's like, oh, hey, it's right there.
Yeah.
So in case you already follow us on Twitter, right nearby, you'll probably find our little.
Yeah, we're around.
Okay. So with Resident Evil, what if I told you Netflix likes making shows that they're probably going to cancel?
Oh, we already talked about this on an old episode.
I know.
Okay.
So they're probably already going to cancel it.
Yeah, probably.
And I don't like it because it's like, give it a chance to.
Kevin Smith was tweeting the other day a bunch of stuff about the new Masters of the Universe cartoon that he's on, that he's showrunner on. That's being done at Netflix. And someone asked him, how do you feel working for a company that's known to cancel things that critics and viewers love so much? And he goes, my job is literally only confirmed for the first season anyways. So, and he goes, and it's no different than working for any other company that likes to cancel everything people like.
That's fine and fair, but I need to yell this. Altered Carbon has been canceled.
I didn't watch it.
Okay, well, it is very beloved. Did I just do a Riker sit? That was weird. But everybody loves this show. Okay. Everyone I've ever talked to about this show loves it. Tells me I gotta resubscribe to Netflix for this show. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, you know what? If I ever do, I'll go back and watch it because it seems like a really good show. I would probably be down for it. Watch the first episode through a friend's account, and you don't know nothing about that. But I loved it. I was like, oh, I'm here for this. That was 4 days ago.
Okay.
And then 2 days ago was when I found out that it was canceled after season 2.
There's all kinds of things that get canceled.
Like,
Santa Clarita Diet got canceled with a cliffhanger.
Oh, yeah.
My brother loved it. I hadn't watched it yet. That's the Drew Barrymore zombie one.
But it's so bothersome to hear Netflix, hey, we're going to support these shows. Oh, that's not doing as well as we thought it would.
Anytime I hear about Netflix has gotten some kind of licensing for a show, I go, oh, that'll be a great 1 season. Or that'll be a great 2 seasons. I do not, have faith for anything to go long.
I want Punisher season 2.
That's not gonna happen. So, I think we should start with
3.
Fandom, the DC event that happened.
Okay.
So, DC did a virtual con basically called DC Fandom. It was from Saturday to Sunday.
Was this connected to it?
Yes.
Okay, now I'll just pull that up.
So, this is one of the first things that we have. Where we may get a Static Shock movie. This
Now-
is confirming, like, movie in development. That's not.
I mean, they could just be doing a whole bunch of placeholders. There's nothing confirmed.
Yeah, Milestone Media is in talks to do the Static Shock
Yeah,
movie. Which, by the way, they're not calling it Static Shock. They're calling it Static. Like, they refer to the character as Static. They refer to the idea as Static.
That's fine.
I think
the theme song only conferred him as Static.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
No, they said Shock in it. There's also like 8 versions of that song.
Yeah, you're right.
But no, I think the concept is they don't want people to think the cartoon.
I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
It was mature. It was ready. It was straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
When he ran into Batman, he's like, "Hey,
Cape Crusader.
Yeah, don't go dilly dallying. Soon you might be ready for the Titans." And he's like, "Who are the Titans?" And that never happened.
Well, now if you watch Beyond, we get to see old Static Shock.
Yeah,
So that was cool.
I like that.
But now this is Milestone Media. They're another branch off from DC. They're actually known for the ones that they focus, primarily on non-white characters and characters of different gender and sexual orientation and whatnot.
Yeah,
that they're looking to fill the gaps in the industry.
Yes.
So I think he deserves a movie. I think he deserves another show. I think he deserves a lot more than he gets. His comics never run long before getting canceled, and I get that it's sales numbers and nothing other than that, because you've got Green Lantern that's been black and the numbers have sold amazingly, so it's not that they're canceling him due to a race thing. They're canceling him based off the sales numbers.
To be fair, the white live action one wasn't that great either.
No, I didn't see it.
I did.
There's
in theaters.
You paid to see that.
I got a free ticket.
Okay.
I didn't pay. I wasted time.
I paid to see Batman versus Superman. So what does that tell you? Okay.
But
I'm excited for this.
I am all for this. I loved Static Shock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there was ever a bad episode. It had like Family Matters style of I live in this nice neighborhood and there's some bad coming around. Oh hey, now all these meta-human are starting to come up, and this is a major issue with what in today's time is handled, but with meta-humans. Yeah. I'm like,
I also like
that's how you do it.
I also like how they handled his friendship with his friend. His friend didn't see color, but his friend's dad did. And there's that really hard-hitting episode where he goes to his friend's house for dinner
and gets a little bit of that racism. And he's like, oh.
And so I like that the show, this was, WB Kids. Like, this was when, we had Saturday morning cartoons. A regular adult channel would do cartoons for a couple hours, and they were hitting with heavy shit.
Yeah, the two heavy hitters, I think, were Batman the Animated Series and that. Yeah. Maybe certain parts of Animaniacs. Maybe.
Maybe.
Fingerprints.
I don't think so. Freakazoid, I don't remember ever hitting anything hard. Freakazoid was just weird.
Freakazoid was just weird, but it probably had a few little bit of tongue. It's Spielberg's comedic side. So
Tiny Toons is also Spielberg's, though.
You're right. Okay, maybe.
Go back and watch old episodes of Freakazoid and just pay attention to the cop's obsession with meat.
He had an obsession with eating.
Oh no, it was mostly meat-based.
Really?
And some of the lines are very homoerotic.
Really?
Yeah. And so my problem isn't that. My problem is that it's a fucking cartoon. And it's like, oh, that was a little risque.
Yeah, I'm sure Tiny Toons got a couple.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they.
Animaniacs got some. Tiny Toons.
Animaniacs, of course. Come on, Fingerprints.
I don't
think but
they had salami in their sacks. Or slacks.
Yeah.
So.
And then this leads us to another little tiny bit. I watched the trailer for this. I left it right there.
The Weasel.
The Weasel. So James Gunn, Sean Gunn, Margot Robbie.
I love her
John
Harley
Cena.
costume in this. Her Harley costume in this is fucking beautiful.
I love all of the costumes in this.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, because I didn't like the Suicide Squad one, the first Suicide Squad, and I didn't like the Birds of Prey one.
Hi, Goon. Night, Goon. Yeah, he's going to bed. So the Redux of Suicide Squad, 10 times better
Mhm.
than the original. Like, going back, and I would probably watch the old Suicide Squad trailer with damaged.
I don't know. I don't know why any of that was considered good. Hey, look what's right next to it.
Oh
A
yeah.
photo for that fucking Suicide Squad extended cut. All
All-
same movie, extra crap.
All 15 extra minutes of it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
But even still, this looked 40 times better.
Yeah, this looks great.
This looks amazing. I'm like, John Cena's in it, and he looked like he was like a little bit, goofy, and he was like, eh.
Yeah, he's playing the basically the Captain America character, but
He kills.
yeah, he's like, I've got shit to do. If you're in my way, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah, he's got this fucking Peacemaker looking giant fucking pistol, and I'm like, John Cena's never really used a pistol. This is actually kind of interesting.
The Marine.
The Marine a little bit, but I'm talking like,
Yeah,
to kill.
This looks interesting.
This looks hard. This looks gritty. I don't know what this is, but I love it.
Weasel.
I know it's a weasel, but I love it. Like, I am here for this.
They even brought Polka Dot Man into this, and I'm spacing on the actor's name, but the guy that's playing him, right there.
There you go.
Yeah. So David
Dastmalchian?
Yeah, okay. So the most recent thing you would know him as is he's one of the three guys in Ant-Man that are the friends. He's the like Russian one.
Oh.
The thing that you might know him from even before that, one of his first like breakout things is he's in The Dark Knight. He's the one that Dent grabs out of Joker's people when they kill Commissioner Gordon. And so he's like, flipping the coin in the alley. It's before he becomes Two-Face, and he's interrogating the guy, and the guy is like, I don't know, and he's losing his mind. He's the guy that's being interrogated.
Oh.
Yeah. And he actually listened to an interview with him, so he says doing that scene was really interesting because it didn't give him any direction on the page, and so he goes over the top like he does in the movie, and then he notices that Christian Bale, who's standing there in the Batman costume, is laughing, and I forgot Two-Face's name.
I know who you're talking about.
He's standing there laughing, and he's just immediately like, oh no, like they're laughing at me, I didn't do good. And Bale realizes that that's what he's thinking. He goes, oh no, not you, he flipped the coin and it bounced off my head. So Two-Face flips the coin and it just dink off the cow, and so they lose it and make this poor guy think he's a new actor, but he's sitting around these amazing actors who are now laughing.
I mean, I'm glad to see that he's doing something. More interesting. Like, you don't hear about the Polka Dot Man.
No.
You don't hear about.
I like that. That's what Gunn did with this. I like that. He picked a lot of the obscure ones.
Yeah, you don't hear about most of these. You don't hear about fucking Calendar Man.
Mm-mm.
Like, what did the Calendar Man do? He did things specifically to date.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest thing he did.
Yeah, it was about dates.
But at the same time, was it Killings?
Yeah, it was Killings.
Okay. And it was like, it began to become more methodical, and then you got, what is this one called? Ratcatcher?
Yeah, Ratcatcher. I think this is Ratcatcher 2, technically.
Oh, like the daughter of?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, and then you've got, Idris Elba.
So, if you check the name here,
Bloodsport.
so he's not
Deathstroke.
Deadshot.
Deadshot. I get all of them confused, man. They all sound so similar.
We didn't have anyone marked for
King Shark.
King Shark, so I don't know if that's because they didn't cast anyone and he's like, because he's not going to talk, or if they're keeping that under wraps.
But then again, I'm thinking it's YTD.
It might be YTD because YTD is marked for this movie.
Yeah, I would, because look at that smile. It looks just like Korg.
Yeah. So
piss off, Ghost.
Piss off, Ghost. This looks great. I'm excited to see this.
And then
hold on. No. Because I got something that connects to this.
Oh, okay.
Rocksteady finally showed us a fucking game.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's a Suicide Squad game.
Yeah,
set in the Arkham universe.
Okay.
You play. It doesn't look like it's gonna have any connections to this movie, which I'm perfectly fine with. They don't need to be.
Right.
So it's small rosters: Harley Quinn, Deadshot, King Shark, and Captain Boomerang. We have a voice actor for King Shark. It's a wrestler.
Okay.
For WWE.
Okay.
Give me a guess. Who do you think would voice the shark?
Okay. For that right there.
Yeah. Because he looks pretty much the same again. Just less smiley.
Just less smiley. Just
yeah.
more
Not a happy thing. Like More angry.
More angry. Yeah. Ryback? I would like Ryback. I would like Ryback to do more things.
When you're ready, I'll do what gets chanted as he's coming in.
Chanted?
Yeah. It's his name, but I'll do the chant, and you'll immediately get it.
I don't know.
Joe.
Samoa Joe?
It's gonna be King Shark in the game. Yeah.
Okay, Joe would make a really good King Shark, actually.
So
Okay.
the game we got a bit of a teaser. It's just them beating up some minions in in the city, which is completely under siege by evil crap.
I like that.
It's Brainiac that's attacking.
Ooh.
You
don't really see too much of Brainiac.
He was originally going to be the villain in Tim Burton's never seen Superman movie.
Oh.
Yeah. With Nicolas Cage as Superman.
Oh.
Yeah. But the thing is, this is in the Arkhamverse. This is considered Task Force X Alpha. And Task Force X, and their target is Alpha Target, which is Superman. You're playing the Suicide Squad trying to kill Superman. I think it's going to be fun. I just don't understand. We have a game ready. They said this 3 years ago that they were going to show us a game at fucking E3. Never showed us, it might be 4 years now. Never showed us the game. Pulled out of the following E3s without even saying anything. And now we're showing us this to tell us that this game is set for a 2022 release.
That's fine. Give it some time, because, I mean, to be fair, I think the next Elder Scrolls is going to get bumped back to 2022 as well.
That's a company that's working on multiple games. This is Rocksteady's only project.
I think they're only working on one game. Bethesda?
Yeah, you've got the space one, their first original EP in years.
Oh, that's
or
right.
IP in
That's
years.
right.
And then you've got Fallout 5 is supposed to be a thing too.
Let Fallout go. Let Fallout go.
No.
Let it go for a while, I should say.
I mean, we're not going to see it anytime soon.
Take a break.
But yeah, so you're going to get to switch out between the characters and play with all their different gadgets. Yeah, we can hit this now.
Watch that trailer. Fucking love that trailer. I'm all for it.
So you're officially Team Battinson?
I am. I love.
I actually like him.
Because when you see the full movement of him, hold on, where is it? Where is the?
You gotta go further than that.
You gotta go further than that.
Yeah.
There
Right
it is.
Hey,
I fucking love that suit.
And the voice is good too.
The voice is good.
So,
everything's good.
Because I was making jokes. I don't have anything against him. I don't have anything against this concept and whatnot. And from what the rumors I'm hearing and everything I'm understanding, he's supposed to also show up in the Flash movie with Affleck and Keaton. Like they're gonna do.
Wait, him?
Yes.
With Affleck.
Because he's also Batman.
Yeah. So there's multiple Batmans.
Yes. Remember Keaton's coming back as well?
I didn't know.
We talked about it last week.
Did we?
Yeah, Michael Keaton's coming back for the new Flash movie as Batman, and Affleck's going to be in it because they're doing
Flashpoint Paradox?
Yeah, they're doing a Paradox.
Gotcha.
And I think he's also supposed to show up, but I'm not 100% on that.
Gotcha. Okay. My brain skipped a beat. I'm sorry.
His voice is actually pretty good. He did the I'm Vengeance scene.
I'm Vengeance.
But I was making a joke with Lauren. I was like, I don't like lazy Batman, and she goes, "What are you talking about?" I went, "It's I am Vengeance." I am Vengeance. I am the Knight. I am Batman. But no, he looks good. The Joker, not Joker, the Riddler stuff looks good. We haven't seen Riddler in years.
No, and the one that's kind of sticking here is a just straight up, just I'm here to cause a lot of mayhem.
Yep.
Also, hey, I think one of you guys might be the Batman. I can't be certain.
Yeah.
So a little bit of trial and error here.
Solve my riddles or people die.
Yeah.
And then, what did you think about that Colin Farrell?
Who? I didn't see him in this entire trailer.
This is Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah.
And then there's Colin Farrell.
Like, fucking who? That's not Colin.
That's him as Penguin.
That is not Colin. I don't
it
know
looks good.
Who? That's not Colin. You're lying to me. Stop lying.
Looks good. And
he looks good.
Zoe Kravitz, she looked good with the she had the ski mask over and it pointed at the tips to give ears. That looked kind of cool.
Yeah.
But you got Joker thugs, which means,
Joker's
Joker's
around.
at least a thing in this.
Or just similar to the Batman Beyond, where it's just
It's a gang, and I don't mean that Joker's in the movie. I mean like he has existed in whatever universe this is going to be.
Yeah.
I don't like the car.
I don't mind it.
The car would be cool, Fast and the Furious car. It's not a Batmobile.
Okay.
Like it's not a bad looking car. It's a bad looking Batmobile.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Because it looks like it's a Hemi-driven, just big old muscle car with like a roll cage and all this, that. So it looks like it's an actual all-terrain vehicle, but with a muscle,
Pause it when they show his face right here. I love that for once a Batman movie had him keep the eye smudge when he takes the cowl off.
Yeah, instead of going, all right, cool it, Bale.
He lost his voice at one point because he was doing it so hard.
Like, fucking cool it, bro.
I mean, then you got George Clooney that didn't do a voice at all. So,
yeah.
I've got one more DC news.
Okay, I'm gonna move this over here. Boop.
So we thought we were getting another Arkham game.
Okay.
From Montreal. That's what everything's been kind of pointing at. And we got the new Court of Owls thing that they tweeted.
Which looked good. That was a good reveal.
The game still sounds good.
Yes.
It's just not what I thought. And so there's a level of me that's disappointed, but that's my own fault. Mm-hmm. So we're getting Gotham Knights. And it's an open world game in a city without Batman. Batman has died.
So it's basically, what was that one like team-based shooter game?
Not Gotham Imposters. No, it's not that. This is
that?
open world. It's not just a battle royale of
Idiots.
wannabe heroes and wannabe villains. So it's an action adventure. You play through the different Bat family members: Nightwing, Robin, Batgirl, and Red Hood. Bruce has died, and the villains are trying to take over Gotham City. Also, Alfred, I think, has a part in it, at least as part of like being part of the headquarters and whatnot, because they've got like a big old headquarters thing. Also, this game will have a co-op option.
Okay.
You'll be able to play together to clear different areas and defeat villains. We got some gameplay footage where we see Batgirl and Robin. The Batgirl, I think, was being chased by Mr. Freeze, like in a big Freeze car, which tells me it's not following Arkham Knight. Spoilers: the DLC. There's a DLC that ends Freeze's story basically.
Because Freeze is happy.
He's not happy, but he no longer has anything to fight for. We'll say that.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah. So then let's see. So they're going to be facing off against new people as well, because we've never seen the Court of Owls in the game. Now this one is set for 2021. So it's a much sooner release than the other game. I'm hoping to see more. Obviously, it'll be next gen.
Okay. I'm all for it.
It looks fun. It sounds fun. It looks fun. It's just I got my hopes up by expecting something else.
I don't know. I like having my hopes up because like the Baldur's Gate 3, the Intellect Devourer thing. I keep watching it. It's got me so ready for this, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good introduction for newcomers to Dungeons & Dragons, which leads me to another news story that I didn't bring up, and I forgot to.
If we're going to talk Dungeons & Dragons, there's something else you could possibly bring up.
I spelled Cauldron wrong. But, so, all the UA stuff I've, talked to you about is going to probably get expanded a little bit further, maybe even reworked a little bit for Tasha's Cauldron to everything, or of everything. And it's basically another one of those little expanding books that helps out a lot more subclasses, some new feats, how to build puzzles for your world, how to build encounters for your world. It's going to bring a new encounter calculator, just so that way people aren't really confused of. So you have this many people at this level, this should be your calculator. It's now going to be, you have a team of this, here's some things that you can use for it, here's some supplementary things that you can add to it, work around it. Like, they're going to try and fix encounter building.
It looks like this is getting hit with the race mechanic removal, though?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's okay. As far as I can tell you, it is an optional. You can have it be, feet.
I get the the concept of like, oh, this is if you don't want to do that, but how long is it if you don't want to do that before it becomes we're removing it from D&D Beyond because people are stamping their feet?
Well, that's the other thing. You don't have to have it. They literally say, like there's no race. It's just what you are. Like what sub? I don't even want to call it a sub race because that's not what it would be technically law.
I'm just saying dwarves cannot carry the things that a Goliath can carry.
Yes and no. I can agree with you. Yeah,
Goliaths cannot fit into the places dwarves can fit in.
that is correct. It's very much.
We've talked about this already.
We did. But I'm hoping that it's a variant rule that you can subside by or not subside by.
If that's fine, if that happens, that's fine. I'd be happy with that. I'm just worried if they do it that way, how long before people start yelling at them to get rid of it completely? Just because that's how people get.
You're right. And this thing adds 22 subclasses that have been announced previously. So that means there are some that are already called out, such as Circle of Spores Druid.
It's saying 22 new, 5 reprinted.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you get Circle of Spores, which already has one. It gets a little light rework. College of Eloquence and Oath of Glory from the book that literally just got last released is getting a light rework because some people aren't like with its balance.
Mm-hmm.
And then Blade Singing from Sword Coast Adventures way long time ago finally gets an update.
Here's the thing. When they do a rework,
yes,
you obviously have to go buy the new book.
Yeah. But
as a Beyond member, shouldn't they just update your old book?
I think they're going to do that with the ones that you already own. Because
I
I already own College of Eloquence and I already own all of Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica.
I just own the base 5e stuff and then a couple of the books that expand like the monsters and stuff like that. And nothing super story heavy.
Yeah. They are actually doing a light overhaul for the Artificer, which makes me super happy. They're giving them their armor. They get their reprint, so that way, in case you don't own Eberron, this will help out. You even get some new Artificer infusions, which I'm all for. I fucking love the infusions that they already have. Giving them more options is glorious. This one gets some tweaks, though. So that way, because there are some things that have, like, the armor is going to get literally, physically power armor. And that's not going to fit into a low magic world, so of course they're going to get banned. But they're like, wait. We could probably tune this to be a little bit more magical armor, like the Rune Master Fighter. Okay. So they did a little bit of talking. Barbarian has nothing called out. Bard's got a couple. Cleric's got one. Druid got the Circle of Spores. Fighter got nothing. Fighter might get Rune Fighter if it rolls around. Ranger, 3 new Primal Beastmaster companions. I'm curious to know what they are. Because if they get some really good companions, we might actually see some more Rangers popping out. Because Ranger is not getting their revision, I don't think. And if they do, I'm happy for them. But as far as right now, Ranger is still on the low tier. People just pick Fighter with a good subclass of range, and then just go with Fighter range. Warlock gets a new patron, which also gains access to a very specific spell. They can get the Wish spell at level 18.
That doesn't seem breaking at all.
It doesn't, which is silly because you want to know the funny thing? No matter what, you still have the same number of spell slots at the very beginning to the very end, so...
I wish for more spell slots.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, remember when...
I didn't have Wish with my Warlock.
Oh, God. So, remember last week I told you I was going to start working on a psionic thing? Apparently they're doing that here. Bums me out, but I kind of want to make a revision on it if this doesn't happen to be what I want. Gotcha. Because I like the idea of the 3.5s psionic points and using them for all this, that. I like that. I would like to expand on that. Also, some new spellbook stuff, such as durable spellbooks, torn pages. Like they're expanding on some spellbook options, so that way you could be like, my book is like, I don't need the entire thing. This is gonna be bad. I just need this one spell. The rest will go. You know, it's going to be one of those type of make or break situations. Or like, I'm going to prison. They're going to take my whole spell book, take out a page, you know, shove it in the mouth, and they're going to take my book, but I'll have one spell. It's going to be one of those types of things.
Gotcha.
Quick, cut it in the hand.
Yeah. I don't think.
I have no idea.
Yeah, and it's.
I don't play Wizards.
With the enchanted spellbook, it's the paper and the ink that hold the magic.
Sew the paper into the hand.
I mean, yeah, sure. Magic tattoos are a thing. They're gonna actually expand on that in Tasha's.
Cool.
They are talking about more psionic themed subclasses because now they are bringing the psionic stuff such as telekinesis, telepathy, and one more other UA thing. They're moving them over. They are getting rid of the negative racial modifiers from Orc and Kobold. That makes me really happy. That makes me so beyond happy.
Wait. Removal of negative racial modifiers for Kobold and Orc from Volo's Guide to Monsters, an update, presumably reprinted versions. So if they do that to Beyond, then you do lose those. So they are going back and being letting the racial things change.
Well,
your game without you deciding.
Okay, hold on. Now with Orc, with both of them, they make sense. I just don't like them. The Kobold, seeing as they are small, scrawny little things, they get a -2 to strength. Makes sense. With Orcs, you think, oh, they're dumb individual creatures. They get a -2 to intelligence. With Explorer's Guide to Wildmount, they lose that -2 because even Matt Mercer and the writers that worked on that were like, having that -2 to Orcs don't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Let's just get rid of that. And also, instead of having them be proficient in just intimidation, we're actually going to give them a small set, like I think 5. I think it's survival, medicine. You can have intimidation if you want intimidation, deception, and I think athletics for your proficiencies instead of just the one that my character would never use. He's not intimidating. My Orc is not intimidating by any way, shape, or form, so why do I have to be proficient in something he would not use?
I don't know. I just feel like it's... People don't want to play the races the way they're supposed to, so now we're going to change it to accommodate them.
Okay. I guess. Because, here we go. The lineage system removes racial prerequisites for feats, and it's just the feats. It just talks about them, such as Prodigy is meant specifically for human and half-human lineage. So Prodigy is you become to be a little more expansive, so you gain a +1 to I think any mind stat, and then this, that. So it allows you to become multi-diversive, etc. It's basically jack of all trades, but on a smaller scale. Races from the player's handbook are considered the archetypical version of those races, but new origins let you create exceptional members of that race. You can apply ability score bonuses however you like. This is where you are talking about. I believe that they are going to write something that makes sense to both the DM and the player that does not cross the boundaries into, well, they can't do that. I'm hoping that you must be of this size to use powerful build. It's going to be like that. It's not going to be a dwarf will have,
I feel like it's killed the story now too. Orcs are no longer dumb, intimidating creatures. They now
were.
I read token, but okay.
Those were okay. Urukais and orcs are two different things.
No, Urukais are a version of orc.
I refuse this. They are of Earth.
Okay, but you're arguing with the thing that created it, not the thing that was essentially ripped off by D&D.
Urukais are born of Earth, while orcs are born of baby making.
Just saying.
I'm just super saying.
Okay, but I mean, I don't know why being born of Earth versus being born from baby making. Look at Alabama. I as an American, I feel like I can say that.
I guess.
My point is though is like you're like, oh, you know, there's no longer these traits to these things from, you know, their race, their creature, whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
And so now all the storylines we've ever told are all null and void.
I mean, I'm thinking there's going to still be prerequisites, such as you must be this size.
I'm not saying for
use that.
gameplay. I'm saying they've now stepped on the shoes of all the stories and everything that on the toes of all the stories and everything they've done before.
Okay,
So
that's fine and fair.
but
at the same time,
also I do worry that, you know, hopefully the prerequisites do exist, because if there is a halfling wearing human-sized armor, I'm gonna be fucking beyond pissed.
okay, I can see that. But then at the other
It's
side,
a tall halfling. No,
that is not how halflings work. Yeah, I get you.
You can't even say, even tall for a halfling still isn't
It's
a human.
sub 3 feet,
Yeah. So
because halflings are 2.5 to 3, and then having anything at 3 is already beyond. But I get you.
we'll see what happens when it comes out. I guess.
But they are adding some interesting spells for more summoning, because there are a lot of there's not a lot of summoning things for anything that isn't druid or like one thing like find familiar or summon steed. There's not really a lot of summoning things, so they're adding such as summon aberrant spirit, bestial spirit, celestial construct, elemental. They're adding, you know, things that flow with your character. So with you and your pots would be more toward, I would assume, the aberrant or the celestial side.
Yeah, celestial.
So, you know, it'd be kind of interesting. It's adding in Mind Sliver, which is a really strong, if you're up against an actual dumb thing, like a construct or something that has a brain that can be affected by psychic. I don't think certain constructs can be affected by psychic, but I'm just saying it's basically a intelligence save, because there's not very many. I think there's maybe 5 spells that affect intelligence. That's why whenever wizards get the intelligence saving throw, it's like they're never gonna. They get proficiency in a saving throw that is so very rarely used.
Yeah, I'm confused on what this would even be used for, because
This?
I feel no.
Oh, Sliver?
Mine and Sliver, because like what out there is going to be done, first of all, with you removing the concept of, you know, things are based off their race. I mean, what is this that they're showing right here?
This is Mind Sliver.
No, the creature that's
Oh,
shooting.
this?
Yeah.
It looks like a
Looks like a frog, honestly.
Kuatoa?
Okay, so in this argument, Kuatoas cannot inherently just be stupid anymore.
Right, but then I guess it's up to the DM to judge that.
And that's where we start going, well, the rule book just basically said, fuck it, there are no rules, good luck.
Okay, you're I see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that, but at the same time, don't be petty. I get it, but don't be petty.
It's a stupid idea.
It isn't. It's not.
What we got for feats?
All of the 2020 UA feats. There's a lot that are there. There's the chef. There. Here, I'll just go through them real quick. The Artificer Initiate, such as with all the other magician classes, where you get to like multi-class without taking a class in that, so you can gain a proficiency with it, gain it as your spellcasting focus, and even gain that ability casting modifier as intelligence. Chef, you can cook food that do very interesting things. Crusher,
yeah, but you have to speak everything as if you're a pretentious chef. Like, what was his name? Cilantro, or whatever he was from Pokemon. One of the later Pokemon, and there was one that was a chef, and so everything he'd be like,
I would say Chef Ramsay.
Okay, you can do Chef Ramsay. You just have to curse everyone. You fucking donkey!
It's raw.
Where's the lamb sauce?
I'm cooking it, but it's raw. Crusher, where if you use a bludgeoning item, it gives you additional features. If you score a critical hit with the bludgeoning, attack rolls against that creature are made with advantage until the end of your next turn, which is kind of good. It is a feat worth grabbing. Eldritch Adept, which allows you to take a invocation. Mm-hmm. So if you're like, let's say you're a warlock and you hit level 4, you already have 2 invocations. You can grab a third one if you want.
Yeah.
So you can go all in on Eldritch Blast.
I think the biggest downside of being a warlock is, let me put this buffer on my team and now do nothing, because if I break concentration, they lose the buffer.
Yeah. That's pretty much most support class, such as certain bards, certain clerics. You're kind of screwed out. You cast Bless,
Yeah, I
I
have.
guess I
Dust,
can
'cause
cast Inflict Wounds.
But then, well, if you cast Inflict Wounds, you've lost your concentration.
No, you can cast spells. You can cast spells while under concentration. Only things that take one action.
Okay.
If it is another concentration spell, you cannot do that.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Did you get screwed over?
Yeah. My DM screwing me.
Yeah, if he's screwing you, call him out. Be like, check the rules. Fey Touched, which basically is the...
I don't trust the Fae.
I don't either.
We have a Fae on our team now. She's a princess too. Storyline.
Okay, I was gonna be like
a character backstory.
Okay. So Fey Touched gives you Misty Step, allowable for once for free per long rest, and then you can cast it at first level spell as regular. You know, it's easy. Meta Magic gives you sorcery points and gains the ability for Meta Magic, which is super strong.
Meta Magic, it just makes it to where you know the rule book.
Shit.
Full meta.
Yeah. But here's the cool thing is that if you're a wizard and you take this is actually kind of strong because it allows you to take Quicken Spell, which just buffs everything. It allows you to be the strongest ever.
Well, it also says our pack magic, so
yeah,
Warlock could use it.
Yeah. Gunner, it basically is because the crossbow expert or something of that sort is similar to this, but it doesn't mention firearms. This one's basically for the firearms.
Gotcha. We're in a world before firearms. It sucks.
Yeah, no, right?
I would love to be a warlock that shoots a gun. How cool would that be? I would miss all the time. It would be so cool.
Yeah, you'd be like, loud noises.
Scare the shit out of everyone else, though.
All the time to know you're here. Bang, bang.
Half the time I'm pointing it at my team like, guys, I don't know what to do.
I love you, kitchen gun. Bang, bang, bang. Poisoneer.
So they're eating ramen with it.
Why not? Practice expert, which allows you to gain proficiency with skills if you are skills or tools. I mixed that word together. It basically allows you to make double the proficiency if you are ready. Shadow Touch, which is like Fey Touched, but you gain darkness instead of Misty Step. Shield Training, which gives you proficiency with shields and allows you to use it as a spellcasting focus. Cool. So it allows you for that. Something that makes rangers a little bit more useful, which automatically gives them Hunter's Mark if they're not a hunter.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Tando Tactician, which is one of my favorites, is you provide the help action as a bonus action, and you can do it to 2 people. That I fucking love.
We played with someone that was a hunter, and he loved that fucking Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark. I do my Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, go for it. Do it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the only. To be fair, it's one of the only few spells they have that's a little while.
Yeah.
Now, if you dipped a little bit into Warlock, do Hunter's Mark attack, and then next turn do Hexblade's Curse, and then attack. That's where the numbers line up. Actually, oh no, it's concentration. Never mind. Wait, is it concentration?
For what?
Hexblade's Curse.
Right, if you're running a warlock, it's charisma based.
Hexblade's Curse. No, it's defeat. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, I was just curious if it was because it's a bonus action, blah 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 blah. But I was like, is it a spell? No, it's a feat. I just thought it was like a concentration. So yeah, both.
So you'd have to run 2. Yeah, you'd have to run 2 feats. Okay.
Fuck yeah. But all these feats are really nice.
Yeah. And
all of them are going to get pushed up. Maybe some might get a little bit changed.
There's some good stuff in here. There's some bad stuff in here.
Yeah, some chef might get a little bit changed. But even still, you also get a whole shitload of magic items.
And then there's magic tattoos.
And then magic tattoos.
And then DM tools.
More DM tools to talk about what to do during session 0, how to introduce people, etc., etc. Oh, hey, guess what? More stuff. Magic environments such as Eldritch Storms.
Yeah. Session 0. Welcome to the game where the points don't matter anymore.
Group patrons, which is supposed to be for like a whole bunch of clerics going on a mission for their one deity.
Interesting.
I like that idea. I'm okay with that. And like how their deity can like favor all of them at the same time.
Wait, sidekicks looks cool.
Sidekicks, the spy agency.
I didn't mind Burt Ward.
Like there's so much, and then you get just straight up a story that's gonna be told. So you get chapter 1, Tasha and the
Baby
Baba
Yoda. No.
Baba Yaga.
Chicken house.
This had a lot of help from a lot of different Twitter people, and I'm happy to see that it's getting the light of day. But that took a lot longer than expected. I apologize.
I realized I missed the DC thing real quick. Just something small.
Oh, okay.
Shazam. We got the movie name for the sequel.
I don't like that. I like my shirt small.
Shazam. Fury of the Gods. That's what the sequel will be called.
Oh, good. Same actors?
Yeah. It's Zachary Levi coming back.
Shall we?
Yeah. If we're gonna move over into gaming, I think everything I have left is gaming. Let me double check. I have one thing that's not gaming, but
Yeah, I might as well hit that
yeah.
first.
So Fangoria.
Okay.
We weren't going to talk about Fangoria because the company that owns Fangoria had made a decision by hiring someone that was a bad person to hire, and they weren't firing him. And I wasn't going to resubscribe for my new year of Fangoria. It was a whole thing.
Okay.
Now we can go back to loving Fangoria.
Okay.
Fangoria has been sold. The new entrepreneur, Abhi Goel, has bought it. And he's working with the producer and CEO of Wonderwell Entertainment, Tara Ansley. And they've acquired Fangoria, Starlog, and Gorezone. All the brands will function under Fangoria. And develop projects based on the legacy publications of the last 40 years of the archive work and history, as well as continuing the current Fangoria magazine, where they do it. I think it's like 4 or 5 a year.
So seasonally.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Mhm.
I mean, every time you have one, I love the covers. The covers are just there. It lets you know immediately without even looking at the name what it is.
Yeah, and they say that their eye is on inclusivity and championing forward-thinking creators.
All right.
So, sounds like good stuff. I'm
like-
happy. I'm happy I can subscribe to another year of Fangoria without, like, feeling icky.
Yeah. And then let's slide over to Up Shoe News. So last week we talked about a
Lando
Calrissian Adidas. Today we got 2 more Adidas. We got good old Darth Vader.
I bet you, make sure you pull this up when we go downstairs. Lauren is going to love these.
Oh yeah? Okay. I will do that for you. But Darth Vader ones, they look stellar.
Yeah, and I like that you can change the Star Wars out with Darth Vader.
Darth Vader or the Death Star and his helmet.
Yeah.
I like it.
Depending on how you lace the shoe, you could probably wear all of them.
Yeah, you could probably put them just up here randomly.
Yeah, instead of using the center thing.
The bottom. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could throw them all up there. Fuck it.
Funky ass shoe.
Now, it's in yen because these are
it's got a Japanese release.
I'm just gonna.
Oh, it's just like the
$144. So.
okay, yeah, it's just like the one and the Lando ones. They're getting released in Europe first.
Yeah.
So, what's the release date on these?
August
August
29th.
29th.
So
So,
2 days in
yeah.
Japan.
In
though.
Japan, yeah, we'll eventually get a US
It
release.
says it sort of follow shortly after, so
Yeah.
hopefully sometime soon.
They've already confirmed the Lando ones will have a US release. It's just a matter of when. So,
Oh, hey, guess what? Another one. Boom. Now, I fucking love these. Now, I like Boba Fett. I love him. He's a good character, but he dies like a punk ass multiple times.
you haven't watched Clone Wars and all the other stuff.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Boba's not dead.
Bullshit.
He makes it out of the Sarlacc pit.
Twice? Or does he go in twice?
No, he goes in once.
He just goes in once?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he makes it out of the Sarlacc pit.
Alright.
It's kind of one of those things where you realize the bad guys are really hard to kill in Star Wars.
Yeah,
the good guys just fade away and leave behind a cloak.
What's his name gets cut in half, and then he gets the fake prosthetics, and then there was
You're talking Darth Maul?
Darth Maul, yes. And then there was a little bit of a spoiler thing that someone was talking about how during the same fight with Obi-Wan instead of Qui-Gon, same exact fight goes exactly how it did previously, but Obi-Wan already knew what was going to happen because Darth Maul tried the same exact thing, and then he said, "Nah, that ain't how it is." Cut him down again, and I was just like, "That's how you fucking do story writing."
Yeah. So, Darth Maul makes a comeback. Boba makes a comeback, but Boba's comeback was actually because of fans originally. the like fans were like, he was so fucking good and he went out in like a bitch ass way, and Lucas was like, you know what, you're right.
You're right.
But
these
even
shoes...
and big spoilers for the last Star Wars movie that came out, Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Even Palpatine didn't fucking die, right? Like, we had to fucking kill him again.
Yeah, he was on life support.
He was on something.
Oh, wait, no, wait. How many times do you have to teach you this lesson, old man?
How many times are teaching this lesson, old man?
But back over to the shoes. I love them. I fucking love these shoes. The light scuffs, the olive color with the red trim.
The only thing I don't like is the tongue, because it looks like a fucking tube sock.
Let me scroll down to where it... A little bit, but I'm okay with it. I would wear the fuck out of this shoe.
Yeah.
You want to know what really makes this shoe for me?
The pouch.
The little fucking pouch on the side.
Where's the box photo? The box.
Oh,
is
the box.
beautiful.
The box is fucking great.
Look at that. It's done like the shoes are an action figure.
Oh yeah, like a black.
It's even got so you can hang it.
I like that now. A whole lot. But I would still wear the fuck out of these shoes. The only downside is it's still $100 and something dollars.
Boba Fett fucking.
Oh god damn, these are European release.
Yeah, September 24th.
So for $112 US. That's not
Those
bad.
are the cheapest, I think, out of all of them.
Yeah, because I think Lando was.
I think Lando was like around 130.
130, 140.
Yeah.
But even still, 120 for that. That's not too bad.
Still not done with shoe news though, right?
Well, I got two more, motherfucker.
I'm going hard today.
Oh,
spoilers.
whoa.
Spoilers.
So we talked about this about maybe a little over a month ago. The Doraemon Japanese Nikes. Those are pretty good.
Yeah, this is the final design for them.
Red, white, blue with a little bit of yellow.
You know, but they make me think I have ice cream though. They make me think like the Sonic ice cream.
A little bit. A little bit like Sonic. Now, what sucks is they don't showcase the character here, but even still, if you know Doraemon through the comics that he's a part of, you immediately get the sense that this is meant for that.
Just highlight his name, pull the image real quick.
Okay.
Right there. That little dude. He's a cat, right?
Yes.
Wait, does he have a pouch?
I think so. I don't know. I've never really been...
Okay, interesting. This is not one that I have experienced much of yet.
You know.
Well, he has a pouch. He also has... Interesting.
Yeah. Oh.
And we're still not done with shoe news, though.
We're still not done with shoe. Boom! So, hungry?
I actually kind of am, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry, too. This one's supposed to be designed like a takeout bag that says thank you, and
instead it says just do it.
Just do it, and it's pure fucking white.
How much do you want to bet this is going to be worn by someone at a smoke shop out here?
I wouldn't put it past them. That or a fucking fast food worker. Like, it's going to be one of those things.
This is interesting.
This is a very interesting shoe.
Interesting choice. We got at 180 at September 1st.
It's just pure fucking white. Oh,
I like the roses.
My, I did not see that.
They're on the little
Inlay.
part that you use to pull up the tongue too. Right there.
Oh yeah, right there. Oh
yeah.
wow. And then on the inside, what's on the back? I think that's the logo for what type of shoe that is. What type of Nike that is.
Gotcha.
But holy crap.
These are going to show so much dirt.
It's going to show the dirt that you're not even going to run into yet.
Yeah, it'll show future dirt.
It'll show the future dirt. Back to the future dirt.
So it's pretty good.
You see that gif of the guy running through the red light at top speed, and then all of a sudden you see just this electrical like light flash, and then the whole entire power grid goes out. And
No.
Then down at the bottom it says you hit 8 miles an hour because your kids are doing something funny.
No, I didn't.
Okay. But that's the shoe news.
Those are going to be dirty.
I don't
All
like
right.
these.
Let's get some gaming news in here, then wrap it up because we're running a little late.
We are running a little bit late. So Toot Sweet. I listened to the League of Legends new K-pop song. I don't like it.
I don't like K-pop.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hate K-pop. It's just not my music, so this didn't do anything for me.
I'm neutral. Like, I prefer pop stars. I prefer Giants. I prefer all the other songs that they've come. Anything by fucking the rock group. Oh no.
Did you break it?
I broke it. I don't remember
I'm
when
breaking it.
I don't know. But even still, I prefer all of that.
Gotcha.
But this, I don't know. Felt a little rushed. all the singers didn't do bad. It's just a song that is overly empowering, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like it wants them to be, oh yeah, we know we play hard to do all the things. Haha, we showed off. Haha. Oh, I meant to do that.
It's
Haha.
trying too hard to hit you in the face with a message.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of good news. So Summer Games Done Quick just finished up with $2.3 million for Doctors Without Borders, and I am happy with that. That is one of my favorite charities. I loved every single speedrunner did it from home, kept it to the COVID distance, did everything at home, a few hiccups here and there, but nothing too disastrous. All the runners did all their speedruns pretty excellently. I loved it. It was great.
The only game I've ever speedrun is Super Mario Bros. 3, and I am nowhere near the fastest time.
Oh no, I think the only one that I would ever try and do now is probably Half-Life 2 Episode 1.
Did you see the guy that did it for Fallout 3 because he just glitched himself through all the buildings? He found all the spots you can jump through, all the obstructions.
I remember I did the cheese jumping glitch in Skyrim, and I'm like, I could probably do something with this. And then later on, I find out, it could actually be used to literally beat the game in like 40 minutes. Like,
it's insane.
Suck my ass.
That's the good stuff here.
Good stuff. Speaking of this, it's a part of our new Humble Bundle, and I forgot to pull up that link too, but that's fine. Over at Humble Bundle. So, do you like Transformers?
Yes.
Look.
The movies, they're all right.
Okay, what about the comics? Do you have any of the comics?
I have a couple.
Okay. So, where is it?
Oh, Judge Dredd.
Yeah, no, I mentioned that. So, with the crossovers, it literally goes through and says,
holy shit.
Yeah, Transformers G.I. Joe, Transformers My Little Pony.
Ugh. I'm not a brony. I'm not a brony.
I'm not either. I'm not either, but they're trying. Transformers versus the Terminator.
That's cool.
And then it goes into ROM and Transformers, more Transformers G.I. Joe, Transformers with the Visionaries, Gem and the Holograms, the new set.
Okay.
Hangar Girl G.I. Joe, G.I. Joe and Transformers Volume 2. And then here's where the cool stuff comes in. Transformers Ghostbusters.
That's awesome.
Rick and Morty Dungeons and Dragons. I've read some of this. It's actually really good. As far as all the writers concerned. The old Transformers G.I. Joe looking. I love this. This is all great. And it supports the Hasbro's Children's Fund, which does that. But there is something that allows you to learn a language that helps out Doctors Without Borders. I clicked it.
That was interesting.
There we go. So this helps out Doctors Without Borders, and it helps you learn another language. The first three you get is Korean, Portuguese, and Arabic, with a few small-time...
And these are 3-month subscriptions.
Correct. For $18.31, you get Chinese, German, French, learning as a child for Chinese, German, French, and then you gain a bit more of a longer subscription. You gain the beginner's guide for Portuguese, German, habits to learn another language, so that way you're not like slow learning. And then for $25, you gain a truckload of languages.
And they're all year subscriptions.
Yeah, 1 year subscriptions. You gain Japanese in there, which a lot of people have been bumping because that's why it's up at $18.31 for the average. So people have been really pushing hard. But as said, this helps out one of my favorite charities of all time, which is Doctors Without Borders. It helps out Save the Children as well as International Medical Corps. And
French is the language I know the most of. I took French and Spanish in school. I bombed at Spanish.
Japanese is probably the one that I learned the most of, but I learned most of it from fucking anime.
Yeah. I took 2 years of Spanish, and I don't know most of it.
Okay. All right. Other than that, we already talked. I mentioned last week a little bit of the Judge Dredd and all of the other set.
You go ahead and grab the code, and I'll hit one of these while you're doing that.
Code?
Don't you want to drop our link?
Oh, yeah, I'll drop the link.
Yeah. So, we are getting a new thing for the Left 4 Dead.
Oh, that's right. The Last Stand update.
Yeah, it's mostly community ran, and it refers to the Lighthouse theme that was on the previous Left 4 Dead game. This is the first new content to the game since 2012.
That's correct.
Now, they're it was a blog post that the developers put out, and they did say that Valve is with them on this. Like, Valve supports this and is allowing it to happen. No, they ended the note stating that there will be more details to come. So you just gotta kind of watch their website and check out to see what else is happening. But I'm glad to see something coming from this because we know how Valve is about sequels, and they've obviously ignored this game for the last 8 years, and we ain't gonna get a sequel. So.
Yeah, no. When they opened up the workshop and said, "Hey, you can make your own stuff for it," and then everyone was starting to build their own stuff for it, they were like, "Okay, we like this. Keep going."
Yeah, they did drop a little bit of a teaser trailer, so go and check that out.
Yeah, I saw it. It was really nice.
I got a couple of small things, or we can.
I'm just wanting to look at this stupid chair.
Yeah, go ahead and talk about the stupid chair.
So Call of Duty Championships gives you a chair.
The chair looks stupid, and
it's a throne.
I get that this is probably not going to be sitting in the chair, but that is the worst thing to put in the seat of the chair. Also, are you a Medal of Honor fan?
Medal of Honor? Yeah, we're getting a new one, aren't we?
Not getting a new one. Respawn's Medal of Honor Above and Beyond is coming to Oculus VR this holiday. Is that a new game? I thought that was an old one.
That sounds new to me.
Okay, so then we're getting a new one. It's coming to the Oculus though, so we won't be able to play it.
No.
It'll be out in time.
The other new thing that I want to talk about.
Yeah. That will be out in time for the holidays.
That big old list. So today's the first day of Gamescom.
Yes.
Today is the first day of many, and we've got so many fucking trailers.
I just picked the things that jumped out at me the most because there was too much to cover tonight.
There is a lot.
So, to see more what we individually like, probably follow our Twitters.
I will try and be a little bit more up and up on that.
But we got some of the bigger ones. So starting with this right here.
Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. They keep up with the story on the Black Ops series with going, wait a minute, you guys kind of screwed us over. We're going to go back and kind of fix a little bit of it. During Reagan's run, Reagan does a voice likeness kind of individual, and does the whole, I know about the CIA. I'm the one who sends these guys out. I'm not stupid. Because he was one of those advocates of, I don't want to say Russia's bad, but, Russians keep sending over these very strange mixed signals, and I don't want to cause a conflict war, but at the same time, there's someone who's egging both of us on.
Reminder that this is a work of fiction, though. Yeah,
this is a work of fiction. And that's not true. Maybe not true. I don't know. But even still, this kind of flows with that idea of, Project Perseus was one of the guys who was like, he survived a nuclear blast, and he's just one of these guys who can keep dropping nukes and just keep going all across the world and be a threat to the entire world. And right now he's over in Russia doing Russian things.
I like that, we've gone back to what for me was the best time of Call of Duty. Yeah, Black Ops.
This is 80 something, if I'm not mistaken, because Reagan's run was 81 to 86. I think
your numbers are off.
For Reagan?
Yeah, I'm not sure though. Either way, I'm glad that we went back because the futuristic Call of Duty is where I checked out of the games. So I'm happy to see that.
I spelled Reagan wrong. Oh, that's governor.
Presidential term right there, 81 to 89.
Okay, so I was right on 81.
Yeah. 86 was what didn't sound right.
Okay.
Because I was like, 86.
Yeah, that's not 4 years. Or 8 years for the double term.
Yeah.
But even still, this trailer, it showcased a very interesting gentleman I don't recall in any of the Black Ops set.
It's been years, so I don't even know.
But there's Hudson, and then on the other side is Woods.
Yeah.
Which is good to see his voice actor still doing his up and up. Another game that caused me to go out of my way was Dual Universe. Let me skip ahead a little bit. I love space exploration. I've always been down for that, but keeping me locked in and very much a you got my ADHD, I have trouble with item permanence. If I left my phone up here and I went downstairs, I'd be like, where's my phone? And then I would search all downstairs. I would not come back up here. I have trouble with that. This game seems like it would actually fix a little bit of that. It seems like it would actually tell me where certain things are. And I'm just I'm excited for more space travel that doesn't involve broken mechanics on day one. I'm looking at you, No Man's Sky. I know you fixed your shit, and I know I can get you for free right now on Xbox, but aside from that, Spellbreak got an official launch trailer. It's free to play. Go play it. Everspace 2 got another bump. Marvel's Avengers, another cinematic bump. I think Godfall we already talked about earlier on this year. Project Cars 3, I've already watched a lot of gameplay for it.
Yeah,
It looks fucking beautiful, huh?
Yeah, we touched on Project Cars 3 earlier.
Yeah, it looks fucking beautiful. But one that badgers the shit out of me that I already watched because I was so hyped for this before I got here.
This was one of the other things on my list.
Yeah, and I'm so mad that it's VR.
It's a reboot.
It's a reboot, and I'm not. I mean, sure, whatever. Roscoe, Sam, Max.
Yeah, so they didn't release much. No. In fact, they didn't even actually mention that it was virtual reality until they mentioned it on Twitter.
Oh, I would say this time it's virtual kind of keyed that in for me.
Yeah, but come on, why is that a Twitter drop? You're doing a convention thing.
Yeah, you're right. But
so yeah, Sam Max coming to VR. Does it tell you which VR? I didn't have that marked.
It just says VR, so I don't.
Okay.
I don't rightly know, but
Sam Max are on PlayStation, so
like this kind of told me that was VR.
Yeah, but Sam Max are on PlayStation, so it's very likely we'll see this hit PlayStation VR.
Yeah, let me skip ahead. Let me see if it showcases anything. Mm-hmm. But I love Sam and Max. I want to set this out right now. No, nothing. I loved it back in '93 when Sam and Max Hit the Road came out and all that. Back over to the list though. Little Nightmares 2 got another little push. Wasteland 3 gets another push for a little bit of
another character.
Destiny 2 gets a subclass thing. Yeah. Fall Guys Season 2. I like Fall Guys. I don't think it's my type of game.
I haven't played it, but I'm hearing about it a lot.
It was free for PlayStation. We don't really talk about PlayStation 3 games, but it was available for August.
Because neither one of us had the
subscription,
so we never noticed them.
No, it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remastered and Fall Guys, and I'm like, those are some pretty good games. You guys finally do it.
Yeah.
Something that I think you are a little bit interested in.
Yeah, I'll probably get this.
Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
So it'll be all 6 movies, or not 6 movies, all 9 movies. Revamps of the original games. I also think it might cover Clone Wars.
Oh.
Because Clone Wars did get their own game.
Oh wow, that looked weird. The Bug Guys looked weird. Hold on, I want to look at the Bug Guys again.
There's an image that I love. Someone put Anakin's face on the Black Knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
It's a flesh wound.
We'll call it a draw.
Oh, okay, we got disconnected. So just keep going.
Oh,
it's just it'll be on the recording.
It broke it.
It broke it.
But yeah, no, I'm excited for this. Now there was only 2 more things that really jumped out at me, from all this. What do you want to talk about? Shadowlands?
No, I don't.
Okay. You were hovering on it, so I thought.
No,
Oh yeah, Ancient Gods, the new Doom Eternal DLC.
Oh, it looks so good.
It's good.
Like I haven't played Doom Eternal, but I want to play Doom Eternal and then get this DLC. Yeah. I will buy the Gear Edition.
So the one thing you did skip is on my list. The Sims 4. We are getting a Star Wars themed game pack. Now, this is the first game pack since 2019's Realm of Magic. We've gotten a bunch of stuff packs instead. The stuff packs are different than the game packs. This is like full blown, like a whole thing. So basically what happens with this is you're going to go to Batuu, which is what Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland is.
Okay.
So your Sims will go to Batuu. It's set to release September 8th. You in the trailer see your Sim picking up a lightsaber and getting transferred out there or teleported out there. And it also has they've showed V Moridia, Resistance Spy, who is the main character of the park. So this does a lot for filling in some of the stuff for the theme park.
And also it's The Sims, which I would never have thought this was going to happen for The Sims.
Reminder, EA has the contract on Star Wars.
You're right, but okay. reiteration, Sims, Star Wars, never saw it coming.
Yeah.
A Sims-like Star Wars game I could have seen coming.
Yeah.
But
this looks fun.
it
I
looks
might
like
get this.
it's pretty fun.
It depends on depends on how much it's going to cost me.
Yeah.
I might get this.
I'm hyped for it. Dragon Age 4 gets a little behind-the-scenes trailer and a very little bit of how the game's gonna look.
Yeah,
neutral.
that was the other thing that kind of stood out to me.
Like EA's kind of pushing a lot of envelopes at the same time, but I'm like, your track record's very hit or miss, and I'm not feeling you right now.
I mean, I like BioWare.
I like BioWare, but EA's backing it, so that's why I'm like,
EA owns them.
I know EA's
So.
doing everything
Yeah.
of the get it done.
Yeah.
Because if we're going by BioWare, Just Human.
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember Just Human?
Mm-mm.
Oh, they're flop of a fucking game.
I mean, every company has a flaw.
Oh no. This one almost caused BioWare to go under, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, gotcha.
But even still, Jurassic
Well,
World. Gets...
hold on, I got stuff on Dragon Age.
Oh, okay.
So
I didn't hear that.
yeah, it focuses. It seems like it'll focus on what happens when you have access to power in the world, the people changing and stuff like that. It looks like it's going to really focus on the world being affected more than just you and your core group, like that.
Okay.
So
it's like Inquisitor, but with a little bit more.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like, and I think that could potentially be pretty cool. Now I don't think we had a release date on this though.
Let me find out if it's in the behind the scenes.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like it. I would have written it down. I don't think we did.
No, I don't think so either. It just says, keep an eye out on DragonAge.com.
Yeah.
So, but I'm excited. I liked the look of Inquisitor. I just didn't like all the little micromanaging that you had to do later on in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, 1 and 2, amazing. Origins is probably one of my favorite Western RPGs of today.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they can give me a nice little uprender of that, I'd be great. Jurassic World Evolution moves over to the Switch. You liked Evolution, right?
Evolution was fun. I don't see spending the full game price on it just purely because it's a park builder.
Anything that's multi-console, they usually bump down to like $40-$50.
I was just saying in general, like it's a park builder. The price was a little high. The DLC seemed pretty fun. I haven't bought any of them yet.
Gotcha. And then Quantum Error and Scarlet Nexus. I don't want to go too in deep with them, but they were really nice looking games. Their trailers, if you want to go check them out, go check them out. But one that I was interested of your opinion on, just the look of. You and I are very...
It's blurry. I don't like it.
Okay. You and I are very small when it comes to the Warhammer.
Yeah, I don't really know
Me
Warhammer.
a little bit bigger than you. I know like of Dark Heresy. I know of like a little bit of 40k knowledge. I know a little bit of Vermintide knowledge. But when I watched this trailer, I was like, huh. Like, this is kind of interesting.
What's a gold?
Yeah, Focus made this, by the way.
Yeah,
Or
I saw
helped
that.
make this. Okay.
Yeah, I like Focus. At least what I've played of Focus is.
Yeah. And it's just, it looks good. But something gives me this feeling.
It looks good, but I feel like this is just like when you watch a freaking trailer for Diablo.
Yeah.
Like, this is not the game.
This is not the game. But you want to know what makes me think about this? Okay, it's going to be for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Switch. It does not say anything about anything.
Which is interesting considering it's coming out 2021.
You're right. But my here and there is, it looked like a mobile game. It looked a little bit clunky.
I mean, it was just a trailer. It
You're
showed
right.
no gameplay at all.
You're right. I do like all the Warhammer stuff as far as like thematically. 40k more so than anything, just because you have these big whole hulking things coming down and going, more blood for the blood god, more skulls for the skull throne, and then crushing people and orcs and just whatever's in their way that is against their religion, against their people, against their way of survival,
Against everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's different factions that have different beliefs, and with certain ones, it's just, hey, crush whatever because we're taking it, or hey, crush whatever because they're just in our way to get our protection. It's an interesting universe. And then you have things that are, you want a cup of tea? Well, I'm going to take your brain, but here's the tea. I like Warhammer. It's just I need to get more information.
It's huge.
Yeah, I think if I'm gonna stick with book and tabletop, I think I'll stick D&D.
So Gamescom's gonna bring a lot.
Yep. Next week I will be locking down on this probably.
Yeah, the issue is I don't want to only talk about this. Other things happen in the world around it. So that's why I was like, that's why I picked the things that stood out the most to me about it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, big stuff.
And this is day 1 out of 4, I believe they said 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So we got a lot to talk about as far as other things we'll pick out for next week.
Yeah.
But even still, like, everybody's doing good. I don't think anyone's doing anything out of the ordinary, out of their own realm of what they should be.
Yeah.
Nobody's...
Now, if only we can get keyboard and mouse support for The Sims 4 on Xbox, I'll be a happy camper.
Let's see. Let's find out. Sims 4 Xbox.
I know it doesn't have it.
Keyboard, mouse. I'm just curious if it's being talked about. Has delivered mouse and keyboard support for the Xbox One. When is this? April 16, 2019.
Oh, last time I checked, it wasn't a thing. Okay, that'll make the game a million times easier to play because when they moved it over, fuck you. When they moved it over, they clearly did not go, people are going to be using a controller for this game.
So, okay, there you go.
Cool.
Now what else do you want?
Nah, that's it.
No, I want you to name something. What do you want? We're going to see if it exists.
I want $1 million in a briefcase and unmarked bills, and I want
something
you to bring
I
it
can
here right now with a helicopter.
I don't think that. And then all of a sudden the helicopter crashes outside. I'm like, okay.
No.
But
Cool. I'm happy.
yeah, now you got mouse and keyboard support.
Sweet.
But.
Alrighty. So, you ready?
Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
I don't have a good one this week, actually. So I pulled up a crappy one because I just didn't have a good one this week. So I made a pot of coffee, espresso-ly for you.
That one's cute. I hate it, but it's cute.
All right.
Alrighty.
That's it, guys. You guys have a good night. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, be sure to rate us, share us, all that nonsense.
Tell a friend, tell an enemy. Follow us on Twitter.
Tell a friend of me.
And go watch some DC stuff. Let me know what you guys think of those trailers.
Yeah, those were really good trailers.
I'm hyped for Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman 83?
84.
84. I saw that very first trailer a long time ago, and that looked good.
The puns make Cliff boil.
I hate it. But thank you for joining at the very end, Socks.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good night.